Well, this is a perfect example of function following form. What a mess. All these fuel lines, vacuum, well, not even vacuum lines. There's just like an array of fuel lines. We've got fuel lines for like priming. We got fuel lines for fuel pressure. I mean, yeah, low pressure sensor, fuel rail shit on both ends. Yeah, so it's not very pretty. And this system's new for these piezoelectric injectors. They actually need like a little bit of fuel back pressure to hold them closed, I think. There's something about that I was reading about. I didn't quite focus myself on it, but anyways. So yeah, so this holds a little bit of back pressure on the. It also returns fuel off the back of the piezo. So, well, there's a little connector. I got to figure out where it goes. There's an array of connectors. Like this is for the quote unquote throttle body and grid heater. Those will get cut off. EGR connector that'll get trimmed. But I think I'm putting the ECU here. I'm gonna level it off with the. It'll be kind of behind the radiator support here. DMAXSwap.com did my conversion harness for me because I needed to pay somebody to crack this ECU. This gen ECU, I can't just go in there with VATs and shut it off. So yeah, I had to pay for that. The immobilizer bypass box, the BCM, all that. But they have a nice product. And it comes with this little sub harness for a few of the sensors. The rest of the stuff's retained on the main harness. So yeah, good guys. Here's the run of the harness that you've got to get in to the car. I'll have to figure out how I want to do that. I don't want to punch a big hole in there, but I don't want to depin all this stuff and possibly have issues. Because once you start like depinning things, you're gonna ruin something. So, data link connector. It'd be nice. I'm gonna try eventually at some point to build my own CAN bus dash. There's a lot of cool CAN bus stuff. I plug this into the BCM, but we'll get that in there. It's the headlight harness. We'll run that up there. So, oh, I forgot to show you guys. So I actually ended up repositioning this water neck again. I hacked it again, and I've got it sitting a little bit to the passenger side. I'm going to go with the old radiator I had, and yeah, so that's why I removed that. And plus, it gave us a better shot at our oil fill. You see, I took the long neck oil fill and just cut it down to a stubby and stuck a transmission drain plug in the end. Works pretty good. Motor's still really dirty. Once we get everything together, we'll give her a nice wash, pressure wash. The Eastwood coating's done a great job holding up to my incidental bumps and whatnot. Got to get a little coupler there. That's going to fit really good. So I don't think I showed you guys the finished product on the firewall situation. But we cut out the firewall so I could get, I made more problems than I needed to retaining the Valley Turbo, but I think it just looks so cool. I wanted to do it, so we cut out this section of the firewall here and made a little bow in it. And I made a removable trans tunnel for it because the motor's actually sitting up. It's a clear, so the manifold's clear all the A-arms and stuff. And actually, I'll show you on the other side. Be right back. The biggest reason we're up this high is because of the steering box. So, anyways, I had to go up probably about 1.5 inches, but that 1.5 inches caused the 4L80 tranny to collide with the tunnel. So I'll show you what I did for that. So I made a little removable tunnel cover. I cut it out, shifted it over to the right, and we added all that material. Gave me a lot more room because I had to shift the tranny over, 3 inches to the driver's side, passenger side as well. So this whole driveline's offset, but this gave me all the room I need for my cooler lines. And this car was so difficult to access all this stuff for so long, but now it's going to be a breeze to work on. And we had that little knockout right there clear the dipstick and the downpipe as well. So we got a real dipstick in there, which is cool. Real dipstick tube. None of that flex, you know, braided line shit you see on Amazon, the Universal stuff. It's just horrible. They always leak. The trunk's starting to empty out. I have a lot of parts in here that I'm not going to be putting on the car, but like that turbo, it's just laying around. A little 80 mil. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but we got to figure out some wiring when we're done and whatnot, which we'll figure it all out. Oh, I finished the fuel lines too. So we got the nice quick disconnect. I'm so happy we're at a point in life when these nylon quick disconnect push fittings are like everywhere. You know, so I did my best to keep it away. And the turbo has a nice heat shield and everything, so that'll be good. But we ran it there. Yeah, oh, something too. Have some scrap aluminum laying around. You can make yourself these little like retaining brackets for everything. Like you see the dipstick there, I just made this guy here. You know, I turned that end into a clamp with the pop rivet. And we just connected it to the valve cover and we're golden. Now we're under the car and you can see I did the same thing here. Don't mind the e-brake's not connected yet, but we made our little brackets for holding the fuel line. You know, really cool. So yeah, have some aluminum laying around and sheet metal shears and make yourself some cool shit instead of buying everything. Because these things cost me pennies to make compared to buying something that probably won't fit very well. You can't customize it. You know, when you do stuff like here, my bolt is yonder, but I wasn't going to just yank everything over here and run it up this pinch weld. For one, the pinch weld area, little bit of like a dangerous area sometimes for putting things, especially if you impact anything or if anyone tries to jack it up like some asshole did here. Pinched weld fucked it all up. So keep it over there. But so yeah, so I was able to customize this situation. So get a little handy if they don't find you handsome.